everybody, welcome back to Awesome Autographs and More. David here with episode number 185. Before we get started with the TTMs, of which we have 7 today, we have 7 TTMs, all successes, and some cards I picked up for my 1990 Leaf set. But before we get into that, let's get into some of the memorabilia on the table. We have some television retro, probably older than many of the people that are going to listen to and watch this video. But we have Frank Gorshin as the Riddler from the old Batman series back in the 1960s, which I kind of unfortunately remember. And then from the 1980s, we have Linda Evans and Joan Collins from Dynasty. And on the signed baseball front, we have a signed baseball, and I'm pretty sure nobody's going to know who that is. Definitely not going to recognize the signature. But he was a California Angels prospect back in 2010. He made an appearance at the National, and that's where I got the autograph from Mr. Kevin Fransden. Don't think he had much of a major league career. I know he played for the Angels for a year or two, maybe more. I just don't remember. But I think that was pretty much about it. And then over here, we have former Baltimore Oriole, Mr. Brian Roberts. And I got this at a show in 2011 in the Baltimore area. Can't remember the name of the show. It was not the big CSA shows that they have in that Baltimore, D.C. area. It was more of a local show that was done up near Baltimore. And it's also the same show where I got all my Brady Anderson autographs, because as far as I know, that's the only time he's ever done any autographing. And then picked up some others at that show as well. But that's it for today. Now we get on to the TTMs. First up, we have a point for the Battle of the Teams challenge. This is former, well, it's obviously baseball because it's Cleveland Indians / Guardians. 404 success in, God, I can't read my own handwriting, 23 days. These came in on the 20th, so I guess that was Friday. I think that was Friday. I don't remember. Mr. Lonnie Chisenhall. We have 4 cards, nicely signed by him. Cleveland Indians right there. There's our point. I think that is also, yep, Cleveland Indians. Sorry. Magnifying glass is a necessity for me to see anything pretty much, especially that small. Okay, next up, we have also received on the 20th a former NHL player, Mr. Brian Bradley. He's got a 4-for-4 success in 38 days. Played with... Who did he play with? Calgary, Vancouver, Toronto, and Tampa. Boy, those are extremes. Signed 4 cards here. We have a 90-91 tops, I think, or it's an, yeah, I think it's a 90-91. We have Pinnacle. I don't remember the year. Probably a 92-ish. We have a 95-6 Fleer Ultra, And an autograph card. He's got a pretty cool signature, actually. Mr. Brian Bradley. Next up is another former NHL hockey player. This Mr. Scott Pellerin, also a 4 of 4 success. Voice is going again. In 39 days. And he played for most of the NHL. Let's see. The Devils, St. Louis, Minnesota Wild, Carolina, Boston, Dallas, and Phoenix. So he made the rounds. Played from the 92-93 season to 2003 and 4. These are 93-94 Fleer Ultra, 93-94 Leaf, and I think it's also 93-94 Score. So we definitely got the 93-94 season captured there. Next up is another point for Team Cleveland in the Battle of the Teams. This is from Mr. Jerry Browne, very reliable signer. Unpackage everything here. And we have 1990 Topps, 1990 Upper Deck, 1991 Donruss, and 1991 Upper Deck. Mr. Jerry Browne. Next up, a 4 of 4 success in 11 days. Also, our third point for Battle of the Teams. And I think this is the last one that's a point for this video. This is Mr. Neal Helton. And there is our Indians point. And we have the Expos. And we have the Pirates. And we have the Pirates again. Mr. Neal Helton. Next up, former NHL player. Looks like we've got hockey and baseball. Almost exclusive. Yeah, it's definitely an exclusive because the last one's going to be a baseball. So, this is a... Oops, I flipped over my cue card. 4 of 4 success in 40 days from Mr. Shawn Chambers. Mr. Chambers played for the Minnesota North Stars / Dallas Stars, Washington, Tampa, and the New Jersey Devils. So we got Minnesota North Stars here, and the Devils, and Tampa. Nothing for, I don't have a Dallas Stars in there. I'm going to have to work on that one, and Washington. Have to get him in both of those teams. Next up, our final TTM is a 5 of 4 success in 50 days, 5-0. Mr. Ken Aspromonte. These are the 4 cards that I sent. And then I'll show you the 5th item separately because it's a larger item. But we got this 1961. I'll never get these older cards right. Oh, I did. 1961. And I think that's a 1960. Okay, I'm going to check. Only because I've got to know. Crap, it doesn't. I know that's 1960 because I'm pretty sure that's the year that has those horizontal cards. And then we got a couple of autograph cards, generic autograph cards signed by him. One for the general baseball bat one, and then one specifically for the Red Sox, because I wasn't yet able to find a Red Sox card of his. I will continue to look, but those are the older ones. He was with the Red Sox, I think it was 57 and 58, which means he probably has a 58 and 59 card. I just haven't been able to find them yet. Would like to get those, but we'll keep trying. And I lied. I thought this said 50 days. It's actually 58 days. And Mr. Aspromonte played from 1957 to 1963 with Boston, Washington Senators. Not sure which reiteration of it that was. Cleveland, which I don't have a Cleveland card here, do I? No. So we're going to have to get a Cleveland card. I wasn't thinking when I sent this out. This went out, actually, I think before I knew. Yeah, this went out in January. So this went out before I knew which team I was going to have. Otherwise, I would have included a Cleveland card with this. So we'll have to send him out again. In the meantime, I'll look for those Boston cards I want and the Cleveland card. In addition to signing my 4 cards, Mr. Aspromonte sent this nice black and white picture of him with the Red Sox. I don't know if my including that Boston card kind of triggered him to include this, but it's very hard to see. He's autographed it, and on the bottom it says, let me see if I can read it. Red Sox. It says 1978-79. So I'm not quite sure why, unless he was a coach or something during that time frame. Because I know he played in the 50s in Boston, so not quite sure what that's, or why that's like that. We don't want to cut off Joan Collins there, do we? She would be quite upset for doing that, I'm sure. Anyways, that's the end of our TTMs. Now for my 1990 Leaf pickups. Hang on here. Let me get them out of the envelope. I think there's about 7 of them here, so. Yep. Now hopefully I can read the names. So we got these from 5 Tool signings out of their inventory. We have Mr. Steve Lake, Mr. Ron Hassey, Mr. Manny Lee, Mr. Kevin Gross, Mr. Gerald Clark, put those 4 there, Mr. Fred Manrique. He's a tougher one to get, so when I saw they had one of these, I grabbed it. And here's another one that's can be pretty pricey to get, so I grabbed this while I could. Mr. Bruce Hurst. Now I just got to figure out how to get some Red Sox cards signed by him. That won't break the bank. And that would be the big challenge there. But that is it for the day today. I want to thank the athletes for signing. Thank you guys for watching. I would really appreciate it if you would hit this like button over here. And if you're not already subscribed, you can do so right here, approximately. And also ring the bell and you'd be notified of future videos as they come out. Again, that's it for today. Thank you, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.